Hello again, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching. We're live once again, streaming through the wonder and terror of the internet from west of the Mississippi, but east of the high desert, south of the Great Plains, on the rim of the Gulf of Mexico. For the next hour or so, I'm author Alex Knight, and let's talk storytelling. Or specifically today, make fantasy maps. Welcome back, folks. Hope you've been good. Been a bit, huh? Been a minute we've been away. Whew, longest I've been off since I started streaming last April. Or March? I don't know, it's been some months, but we're back at it. Other name wasn't available, my friend. Welcome back. AJ, good to see you. Oh, it was a good break. It was a good break. Spent most of it in New Orleans at a wedding. It was pretty amazing. Ate incredible food. Did some historic tours. And then had a wedding and paraded the bride and groom through the streets led by a brass band. It was one of the more cultured weeks I've ever spent in my life. So I am well recharged. How about y'all? I hope you've been good. Hope you've done something fun. And hey, it's good to be back, isn't it? Sung Moon, good to see ya. Glara, welcome back. Justin, y'all, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. I hope y'all have been well. Hey, Sung Moon, congratulations on member level 11 on the stream team. I appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. Glad to have you back. Y'all, what have you been up to? What have you been doing? How did you survive the week of no streams? It's a weird thing to say, man. How do we look? Camera settings okay? I feel like we're a little blurry up top when we're normally not. Maybe the light's a little high? Let's try this. What happens if we do... Oh, that wasn't it. What am I looking for here? There it is. That might be better. Y'all can get a nice zoom in on my head. Alright, we blurry for a minute. We'll fix that. Okay. Titan Terra, welcome back in. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate you. Hope you've been well I haven't seen you in a week, and that's not on you. That's on me. A whole week off, y'all. What are we gonna do? I barely made it. I mean, it was a lot of sleeping in, going to wedding events. So, not the worst thing in the world, but I'm excited to be back. How's that look? The camera settings okay now? Maybe a little bit brighter? I feel like it's a little bit blurry. I don't know, man. I'm an author. I don't know camera stuff. I just kind of make it up as I go along. We'll leave it there. That's probably alright, huh? What do we think? The vacation was great, Tara. Spent it in New Orleans at a wedding. It was great. Did a few historic tours that were very educational. Ate so much good food. And then we had the wedding and paraded the bride and groom through the streets led by a brass band. It was, as I said earlier, one of the most organic and cultural things I've ever done in my life. It was great. It was great. Other name wasn't available. You said you spent the week stress cleaning in preparation for Thanksgiving. Rock on. I mean, I hope it's done now, but I'm sure the house looks good, right? It's so hard to keep things clean. Maybe I just have too high of cleaning standards. I have been told that, but I don't know, man. It's just like you clean the whole house and then it just starts getting dirty again, right? Glare, you said, oh, yeah. There was a bit of a cliffhanger on the last stream. Yeah, well, guys, good news on that front. But we'll get to that in a second. I want to chat with everybody first. Glare, you said I have a good coffee time voice. Well, thank you. Hey, here's to that. Millie, good to see ya. Welcome back in. Hope you've been well. Yeah, I got a new coffee, and it was out of stock when we ordered it, so they substituted it with something else, and it is so heavy on the chicory. It's got this almost like bitter, sour tinge to it. Not in love with it. Not in love with it. So if you see me drink my coffee and then, that's just the chicory hitting way too hard. Leisha, good to see ya. Welcome back in. Well, folks, you know what today is, right? And if you don't, well, we're getting to it anyway, and you're about to find out. It's Fantasy Map Wednesday. And you know what, folks? We got the map back. If you recall where we left things, the map had been lost. There was some sort of issue with Incarnate. I now realize what it was. Incarnate was upgrading to Incarnate 2.0. And there were just some bumps on the way to get there. But we are now on the brand new Incarnate 2.0. And thanks to Incarnate's built-in recovery feature, all of our hard work on the map persists. We have not lost it. I was most dissuaded when I thought we had lost it, but we got it back. Leisha, I do need a different coffee. I'm gonna have to go out and get another one. I don't like. I try to use it all because I got the grounds for it, but every sip of it, I'm just like I get like sucker punched in the back of the throat with chicory. Too much chicory. Well, Ghost, you just fell down off your mountain bike from like a 7-meter jump. My man, that sounds brutal. You doing okay? That's not good. Let me just get this centered a little bit better, and we can get back to the map, y'all. Where were we? What were we doing on it? Oh, TikTok. Whew. TikTok just tried to glitch out the chat for a minute. Oh, that was not ideal. I'm most glad it came back. But I think the last thing we were doing on the map, we solidified all of our coastlines, right? Looking at it, I'm liking the coastlines. 4-6, what's up, my guy? Welcome back in. Yes, Fantasy Map Wednesday. We were off for a week, but I owe you guys a map stream or two. So, where do we want to go on the map today? I think we've got our regions painted pretty well. We've got, our desert down to the southwest. We've got the swamp here with the mountains dividing them. Our more temperate regions over here with the Great Lakes stretching out towards them. A little bit of snow and ice just painted up north for funsies. So where do we want to go? I guess we could finish working on the terrain from this map, so we can get rid of this guy once it's done. Sung Moon, you're a huge fan of the fungal jungle, aren't we all? Such a cool place. We've got it going in here. I guess we need to do a little canyon on it. We can work on that. Ghost, you said you came home like 5 minutes ago. Your arm hurts real bad from the fall, and you lost pump from the fall. I'm not sure what you mean by pump, but don't sleep on that, man. If you need to get checked out, go do that. I don't need you in here wounded with a broken arm. I want you to be okay. All right, well I guess let's just jump right in with the fungal jungle. We'll get this canyon going here, huh? yeah, start back up with cliffs, right? I mean, what else would we be doing here? Y'all know this is really just an excuse to stream cliffs, canyons, gullies, gorges, washes, every other synonym you can find for cliffs. Oh, you lost your pump. Ah, I got you, Ghost. So in the fall, like, the pump came off your bike. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, we need a different canyon edge. There it is. Boom, y'all. It's not often we recreate the canyon so easily. I think, ravines. There you go, other name. Thank you for that synonym. I think Incarnate's happy that I'm back, because it's making me Give me all the pieces that I need to get these cliffs back together. Now, it did change... They did change a little bit of their layout, so you'll have to bear with me a minute. I might be a little bit slower on finding a few things, but it's all part of the upgrade process to Incarnate 2.0. Alright, so I think we want this one. I think it was a flipped. And rotated? No, it wasn't. Let's see. Now there is a nice helpful scroll through feature. You can see I'm scrolling through the stamps. If I leave the stamp like right there, I can scroll through them, which is kind of nice to find the one I'm looking for. That's maybe it. If I turn off horizontal flip and its rotation. No, not it. Which one are we looking for here? It goes out. It's like that. Yes, like this one. Although it's a little too wide. Is the scale off, maybe? Alright, well we started strong and then I lost how we made the cliff. Well, let's pop over here for a minute. We're gonna grab an easier one. Tide and Terra, wow, that is incredible memory. You said it's got a hook on it, which is the one we couldn't find in the parchment pack. That's really impressive that you remember that. Holy crap. Well, that makes me feel a bit better then. It's not that I'm missing it. It's that it's not there. That's my excuse. We're going to roll with that one. So I need maybe that with a horizontal flip applied. Yep. That'll work for the opening of this ravine. It's not the exact same one, but that's okay. We can improvise. We can adapt on the fly. Although this is a mirrored one of this one. That's a little bit too samey for me. Let me grab something a little different. How's about like this guy? No, I do want that curve on it. Not that curve though. Maybe like this if we give it a flip. A little flipsy. I think that's the mirrored one again. Oops. You can see I want to do this little piece right here, kind of curving away. Let's see if we got it in here. I think it's gonna be... Who is it? Which one of these? Raffi, welcome back, buddy. You said, well, well, well. Look who's live again. Back on the internet. Yeah, they let me back on, believe it or not. They said as long as I promise not to do it again, I'm welcome back to the internet. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let's give this guy a try. Could this be the piece? No, I don't think so. It was a good break, Raffi. It was, my guy. How about you? What have you been up to? Anything cool? Anything fun? We're all doing the usual here. Putting cliffs on maps. I think I do need this piece. Yeah, see, this is going to be what we're going to build into right here. I just need this curved piece, and I think, and I fear, that this curved piece is also the piece right here that I'm trying to find. I think that's why I'm not finding it. So we might have to improvise and change it up a little bit. Oh, I didn't want to do that. This one might work. It's a different shape. Now, I do like that curve. Nope. Raffi, you're doing your Christmas shopping. Oh, it was your birthday last week, dude. Happy birthday, Raffi. You don't look a day over 30, my friend. God, I hope you're over 30 years old now that I've said that. Perfect. You're 29. There we go. See, I nailed it. I nailed it. I knew. I had it. I had that unlock. Right? We were all. Oh, oh, oh. That's a beautiful cliff right there. Again, though, that's just a copy of the other one. It's a little too samey. But I don't know if I can do better. Yeah, that's probably going to be our best bet, Tara, is offset and combine. It looks, see, like if I like kind of just hide it in this one a little bit, and then we group them together, it can kind of get there. You know, it doesn't look too much the same. I almost want to. It's a little too perfect, though, on the entry. Like, it's just a perfect little slot canyon the whole way down. There we go. Something like this feels better to me. Yeah, the groupings are nice, Glara. They work out quite well. Problem is, you start to group too many things. And they get hard to work with. Yes, I know it's pedantic, but it bothers me how samey that is on the entrance. I might just need to change it up. Let me go up to here where we already have some cliffs. See if we can, like this guy. That might be it. That might be our answer. Y'all, this is a completely original cliff. It exists nowhere on the map. You did not just see me grab it from anywhere. Everybody be wowed by my original cliffs. We did have the same thought, didn't we, Tide and Dara? Go see where you've done it before. There we go. There's a nice group. Open it up a little bit. There we go. There's a good entryway to our fungal jungle. Alright, we need to continue this cliff edge now. You can see it runs right through here. So let's grab some more. I need some inward curves this time, like this guy. There we go. Flip it. Put it like right there. Boom, there's number one. There's Incarnate has upgraded to Incarnate 2.0. So they've made a few changes. And I apologize if I go a bit slower on the UI today. We're figuring it out. One of the things I've noticed is if I have a stamp here, when I'm going through the options, it changes that stamp instead of making a new one. So it's like the last stamp that I place, it'll change, which is definitely a new thing. It's going to take a minute to get used to. There might be an opportunity to do that guy, like that, and then I need a rounded edge. An outward rounded edge, perhaps? Yeah, see, like that. And now, flip it, rotate it. All right, we just gotta snake them together a little bit here. I don't know if that's gonna look, if that's too much rotation on these. We'll have to get a look. Let's zoom out and see. And we're gonna move this out. It's okay. It doesn't follow the river as exactly as I would like. So let's mess with it. Let's mess with it. I need this one to go like right here because it's following that bend in the river, and they're kind of interdependent on one another. This guy, there we go. We'll stitch it in like here. There we go. I'm a fan. Let's put our template back in place. There we go. Oh, looks like I missed a little bit of river here. So y'all, let's make a river, huh? Let's do like a, that's gonna be like a brush size 2. Okay, maybe smaller. Brush size 2 with an even side to it, you know, not the random. That makes it bigger. There we go. There's our little bits of river that we missed. So I think we also need to continue some mountains. Clara, thank you for the Fest Pop. That's a new one. I've not seen that award, but I appreciate you. Thank you. As you know, gift for a gift, right? This goblin's yours now. Take good care of him. What are you going to name him? We need a name for the goblin. I feel like I'd go something coffee related off the top. What about you? What are you thinking? Jeff. Nice and simple, huh? Just Jeff. Jeff. Alright, we got a few more cliffs in here too now that I look at it we want to do. So let's do it. Jeff seems like a Wednesday name. That's quite a statement. Ah, yes, Jeff. The classic name for Wednesdays. I mean, you're not wrong. I don't disagree by any means. Let's get these in frames. You can see what I'm working with here. I think these are like the pieces they're like the right pieces, but they're not exactly what we're looking for. There we go. That's a good one right there. There we go. Scooter. Scooter's a good name, Tide and Terra. Alright, this could work. Nah, it's a little too much. Oh! You know? Let's make it a bit smaller. I don't like to change the scale of them too much, but... yeah, see that? That can kind of work in there, huh? Something like this? Maybe? Maybe? Yeah, that works. That works. I'm a fan. Scooter's a Friday name. Okay, so Jeff's a Wednesday name and Scooter's a Friday name. What's a Monday name? Dare I ask? I'm a little bit afraid of the answer. Jack Ann, welcome back. Good to see you. Believe it or not, we do stream. I know it's been a hot minute though. Glad to be back with everybody. How you been, Jack Ann? Anything cool happen while I was gone? Darren, Marge as Monday names? Yeah, I could see that. I could see both of those. You could see both of those for sure. Ooh, I like this. Make this guy a little bit smaller. Now I want to see how it's going to look when I pull it away. Oh, it looks great. I love it. Jack Ann, nothing cool to report there. Oh, that's not true. I'm sure something cool's been going on. I'm sure you've had some sort of adventure. Edited a good book? Read a good story? Something. Okay. I'm looking for a very specific cliffside. You might be the one. I regret to say you are in fact not the one. Sorry, Cliff. Maybe we zoom out a little bit. No, there we go. That could probably do it there. So let's lose the tilt. We're gonna put it like right here-ish. Does that work? Let's get rid of this guy. I think that works, you know, it's okay. What do we think? I think it's a little bit, it's too overlappy, right? I don't want to make it too small, because like when you zoom out, you know, you gotta be able to see it, but I feel like scaling it down is the correct answer. Jack Ann, you said you did finish your first read of a Portal Fantasy for a client. Dinos, Dragons, and Near Future Tech. Well, those things certainly don't sound bad. Obviously, it was a professional read, so I can't really ask how you liked it, but I hope you enjoyed it. It sounds like a fun story. I mean, at a minimum, those things sound awesome, so can't be that bad, right? Alright, we need something here to finish this bad boy off. I am running into some interesting challenges for not having the same exact cliffs available as I had in the other pack. I did not foresee this issue, but we'll find a way to make it work. Ooh, that's a beautiful one. I like that one. Alright, so we just need one more cliff, like an interior edge cliff. I know we got those. I think maybe this one with a horizontal flip on it. Kind of like this. Okay, I think that works. Let's remove the stamp again. Yeah, okay, so we're a bit overlapped on that mountain there, but solved. Look at that, the miracle of layering, folks. What a beautiful thing. Alright, the Caverns of Whispering Web have been re-added to the map. I do need to stick some spider web in there. That's going to be creepy. Let's go ahead and give it a little bit of a paint job too, because I want to remember this is going to be dark. So let's go to my favorites. We're going to grab this color. We're going to paint the foreground, not the background. I'm learning, folks. I'm learning. Now we're gonna paint, probably a lower opacity. This is just a reminder to myself. This doesn't need to be too noticeable, but it's gotta be nice and dark and creepy down in here in the caverns. Let's get these cliffs painted black. There we go. Ooh, I love that. So creepy. Throw those spider webs in there, it's just gonna be full-on creep. Oh, thank you, Aaron. I can put that text back up. There we go. How's that look? Also, welcome in, Aaron. Good to see you. I think I need to move this up a little bit. Kind of like that. There we go. Maybe even down here? Nope. Y'all, sometimes I do not understand how to fill my screen fully. It is always a challenge to go from horizontal to vertical streaming. So bear with me. I am a storyteller, not a tech expert. As I am sure is very evident to everybody here. But thank you for bearing with me. Alright, so these mountains right in here cause these rivers. So I need to continue this mountain range all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and move this stamp for the time being, and we're going to drop some more mountains in here. Perhaps my second favorite thing to do after adding cliffs to a map is to drop mountains in. But Surely no fantasy author ever has overused mountains in their settings. No, we've never heard of this before. So we're going to continue them right through here. Let's grab our mountains. And we're going to get a different type. We got to vary it up a little bit. I think I might need to extend this coastline out right in here. Because it's going to be too narrow to get mountains in there at the scale that I want. So we're gonna add a little bit of coast. Jackie, you're right. You said mountains are a staple, a must-have, a requirement, really. But it's true. They're so fascinating and fun, and I don't know, they're just interesting to have. Holy cow, the randomization on this brush edge was not very random. Let's get that roughness changed a little bit. Alright. Yeah, it was okay. And then I didn't like it. There we go. Now we're rough enough. Oh, no. Okay, I can live with that. It's a good start. Titan Terra authors and mountains? No way. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put the mountains in first, and then we're going to paint the coastline beneath them. Because otherwise, I will spend an inordinate amount of time placing mountains, only to learn that I'll spend an inordinate amount of time drawing coastlines, only to learn that you can't even see it because there are mountains in the way. So we're going to put one like... Ooh, I kind of like... Nah, maybe like right here-ish. I want it to overlap that river a bit. There we go. Okay, let's grab some more mountains. I think we can vary it up too with some of these guys. Maybe even a little bit bigger. What's the scale on this one? This one is scaled to 72. And this is scaled to 72. Okay, we're still going to make it a bit bigger because it looks a little small. Just grow your mountains too small. Just grow them. Miracle grow. Miracle mountain grow. Oh, there we go. I love it going over the river. I think that looks so cool. Oh, didn't want to change it though. Put it right there. See, that's going to take me a hot minute to get used to. It used to place a new stamp, and since they've changed it, it works a little bit differently. Y'all, quick trick that I love is to put the mountains over the rivers, the end of the rivers, because just like the river. I guess technically it's the beginning of the river. It doesn't look that natural, right? But you just boop. Now it looks like it just begins somewhere behind the mountain. Where? We don't know. Somewhere in there. Now I don't want to overuse these, but I thought they'd add a nice bit of variance in here. I don't know why that's horizontally flipped. There we go. Yeah, see, I like that. I'm a fan. We'll go back to our all reliable mountain range. Just put a few more down here. Sean, as established last stream, you are in fact a wizard, and a wizard arrives precisely when they mean to. You're not late, my friend. Welcome back. Glad to have you. How have you been in our week off from streaming? Come back with any cool stories? I myself was in New Orleans. Made a few new cool stories in life. Mainly those were stories of eating incredible food and looking at incredible architecture. Okay, I'm liking how these mountains are coming out. That's one heck of a mountain range, but it kind of makes sense. Mountain ranges do tend to run, long distances like that. Sean, you said pretty good. You've been submitting a few short stories to magazines and hoping they get picked up. Hey, man, fingers crossed. It's not easy, but it's a worthy effort. I hope it goes well. Let us know. Keep us updated on it. I appreciate you doing the short story route. I'm telling y'all, it's the best way to do it. Kooky, he said good morning. Good to see you too. How you been? Good work on the bookmarks. They look awesome, by the way. I hope those are doing well for you. Glara, you said no reason the goblins can't have a marching band, just odd instruments. Well, instruments do make noise, and goblins are definitely a fan of noise. So, yeah, that seems pretty spot on to me. The louder, the weirder, the more discordant, the better. We've got an interesting layering issue here. Do you see what's happening? This is hilarious. This mountain right here, you see it's fade on the top? Right there? It's because it's technically beneath this mountain, right? So I'm going to layer it up, but then it's above that mountain beneath it. So I layer that one up, and then it's above this one beneath it. And I've just been walking it all the way down. So here's what we're going to do. There's supposed to be a pass right here. We're just going to drag this mountain down a little bit. There we go. We solved the issue, which was cascading all the way down the mountain range. That's funny. Tide and Terra, you said I'm in the silent waiting period of querying. It's torture. It is. Next best thing to do while you're waiting is start working on the next story. That way, no matter how it goes, you're ready to rock and roll. But I know, that wait is bad. It's brutal. You got to take your mind off it, because it takes so long, right? Oh, Kooky, you took your son to a concert for his 10th birthday last week. Rock on. What concert was it? What concerts do 10-year-olds go to? I'm so out of touch, I have no clue. Hey, there you go, Tide and Terra. Already on chapter 7 of a new story to distract yourself. That's what I want to hear. You want to tell us about it? Can we have a little bit of secret information? Oh, dude, rock on, Kooky. Memphis May Fire? I know them. I guess I'm not that out of touch. I am aware of that band. They got a couple songs I listen to. Rock on. Alright, how do we like that coastline in there? I think that looks pretty good. We extended our mountains all the way up into the Goblin Swamp. Oh, you know what? We need to stick a few more right in here, too. Because these are river beginnings. There should be mountains there. Smaller ones, though, I think. Where are my small mountains at? Kind of digging that one. Alright, now I know that there is catalog for mountains. I know there's actually a pack of small mountains. Here we come. Here we go. Because I do want some little bitty boys up in here. Well, that's too small, but it's a good start. Kooky, you said you got to meet the band and let them pick out a bookmark. Even got them to sign one to keep. Hey, that's awesome. That's a good way to do that. I hope they liked them. That's sick. What did they pick? Which one? Which ones, I should say. And Tide and Terra, you said your new story is Atlantis-inspired underwater dome with Hunger Games elements and spice. Okay. That sounds fun to me. Did you mention that previously? I feel like I have a memory of that, but rock on. That sounds super fun. I'm here for it. For sure. I'm a sucker for stories in like an underwater dome, under the ocean in general. Maybe it's from growing up watching Sea Lab or something, but I don't know. Those stories always get my attention. The ocean's scary, but it's also really cool. Alright, let's compare stamps. I want to see if we've recreated this land well. I also see I've forgotten to add another river in here. Yeah, see there's two little parts right here that come out. And a third? Oh my gosh, I missed so many little ribbon rivers right in here. Okay, we'll add them. There's one. There's two. These guys are so small that you're not going to really even see them, but I think that they are important. Alright, and now I just need... Honestly, the mountains are kind of good. I guess like a couple more right here on the edge, but otherwise, they're looking good to me. Titan Terror, you said you've been using the Atlantis-inspired story as bait to get through revisions. If it works, it works. Sounds good to me. Look, if you got an idea and you're excited about it, go for it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Kooky, you said the band chose the ram, the warthog, the crocodile, and the gazelle. Then the singer from one of the other bands picks the cat. Hey, nice. That's a good spread. That's a good spread. Crocodile sounds awesome. Did you post a picture of that one in the Discord? Let me scroll back. I don't remember seeing a picture of the crocodile. Oh wait, is this it? No, that's not it. Sure, if you want to drop it in art share, I'd love to check it out. Okay. We needed 2 more mountains right in here. Just some little bitty ones. That's too big. So like this pack that I'm pulling from here for these little mountains is actually a different mountain pack, and it is small mountains. So they look a bit better. They're honestly like their line thickness, all those settings are smaller, so that they work better in tighter confined, areas. There we go. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Let's get a save on that. Kooky, you got the bookmark posted? Whereabouts? If you drop it in art share, I'll be able to pull it up. All right, I'm glad to have these mountains added in. I guess we technically started saying we were going to work on the fungal jungle today. The fungal jungle. That doesn't get old. I love saying that. So first of all, we need to get a little pink in here. I don't think I have a pink brush saved at all. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a pink color. Oh, quick pause. We're going to do a display capture. Bear with me. I do not know what this is going to show. Oh, Discord. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Here is Kooky's bookmarks that we were just talking about. This is the crocodile one. Okay, I don't know if I had seen that one, but I'm a fan. Do love me a good crocodile. I like the foliage on this one too. That's pretty cool. The layers to it. Rock on, Kooky. I don't think that I have a pink color, but let's see if we can find one. It says they've added... Oh, hold on. don't have a pink color, instantly finds a pink color. Technically that's a red or a purple, but let's give this a try. What is this one? This is technically called political purple. And we're just going to paint it on in here a little bit, because it's the fungal jungle. We'll move the stamp, and we're going to paint a little more. Need that opacity up, you can't really tell. There we go. And we'll give it a nice little rough edge here to distinguish the borders. And we'll come back and finish that up at some point in time. We're not placing individual trees and stuff yet, so we'll do that later. So for now, I'm going to turn the stamps, or I'll just hide the stamp off the map so it's not in the way. Hey, Vernie2 over on Video App. How you doing, my guy? I'll give you a quick zoom on the whole map. You said, what's this map for? Homebrew World? Question mark. So this is a map for my series of books that I'm working on. Book 1's out. We're working on book 2, and book 1 takes place like right in here, but we wanted to expand the map out to the whole world. So that's what we're doing. Rambo, what's up? Over on TikTok, my man. Good to see you. How you been? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to our return map stream. Alright, y'all, where are we going next? What else do we want to do on this bad boy? Obviously, we're still working on big picture. We're working on geography and stuff. Here's our full zoom. I feel like we need more geographic features in areas that we haven't been to yet. Let me look, let's see, hold on. We're going to get the original version of this. Here it is. Is there anything we're missing? I guess we don't have the swamp. The swamp doesn't have its delta yet. All its rivers and like little islands here. So that's something I want to incorporate in. Rambo, you said I'm your relaxation entertainment. So every time I do these maps, you rarely chat. Hey, that's totally fine. You just want to hang out and watch? We're good with that. We're happy to have you. Vernie over on Video App, you said I built a world for D&D and only have 2 countries mapped out. I really should do more. Hey, if you want. I mean, if you're having fun with it, keep it going, but don't feel any pressure, you know? It's all good. This is all for funsies. Yeah, I think I'm kind of feeling the Delta area, so let's... Ooh, that's a lot. That's going to be a lot of work, though, because that's going to be this big river flowing all the way down through the swamp down here. That's going to be a lot. We feeling that ambitious today, chat? I don't know if I'm ready for that much work. I'm just getting back, after all. Titan Terra, you said work around the crater. Alright, we can do that. We can work around our crater. What do we think the terrain's like here, guys? This is, chat, this is totally your input. For reference, our original impact crater was right here. We didn't have much done except a couple of rivers leading away from it. So here's our new crater. Vernie, you said, what can I tell you about the locations? And is this world fantasy? Yes, this is a fantasy world. It is for my books right here. Here's the first book, Wriggly Little Hands. It's a comedy fantasy world, very Terry Pratchett-esque. And so, well, that's my big face. We ain't looking for that. There we go. So the locations that we know about right now, we have here. Well, here, I'll show you the original map. Let me grab the original one. A little bit of a lore dive for a moment. Here it is. As it loads up. Here we go. Okay, so this is the original kind of regional map that we made for the book. Our goblins start off down here in their little swamp, their village, and go up to get their quest from the Dark Lord in legally distinct Mordor. Wink. Up in here, and then they venture out into the wider world. So if you look at this regional map, right? This is the first one we made. And you pop over to here. That is this area right here. We're in the process of recreating it to fit on the world map. So let me turn up the opacity on this. Here is that map, actually. And I've just been overlaying it kind of like this so we can recreate it and put it into the wider world. But location-wise, we have down here our Swamp of Sadness and Sweaty Underthings, where the goblins begin their journey. We have the Dark Lord's domain up in here. That's why it's painted all evil and red. One of my favorite areas is, aside from this giant Amazon-inspired swamp and Andes Desert region, is our impact crater, which is where we are going to work, which is not natural. The ocean used to end right here, and this is a wizard's experiment gone very, very wrong. Kaboom. So that's where we're going to work right now. Y'all, if you got input as to what you think it should look like around here, by all means, let me know. Glara needs cliffs. Titan Terry said, what would cause the fog up top? I think you're talking about probably right in here in the barrows of blissful bewilderment. I think it's a magical fog more than anything, but we could think about what reason it might exist there. I don't really know, honestly, what causes fog aside from, I believe, temperature differences. So I think in areas where there's cold water and warm land, or could it be caused in warm water to cold land? I don't know. I only have experience with the former primarily. Rambo, you said, do you have any advice for the first-time map makers? Start with the entire world or a single zone/area? Rambo, I say definitely start smaller. It's a little bit overwhelming to look at like this whole big map and just be like, what do I do? I would definitely start with something like I just made this little island was the first one we made on stream, and I'm still really proud of it. I think starting with something very small and just building out from there is a great way to start it. So yeah, I think that's really the best way to do it. I think for your first time, don't worry too much about making everything perfect. We really just made up things as we went along, and I had a blast with it. There's an inclination to make it all perfect, and I think that creation is inherently chaotic, and you should lean into that. Don't worry about it too much. Those are good ideas, Vernie, for the fog, why it might happen in this area. You said it could be magic, or maybe there's a volcano under the water. Maybe just like large steam vents cause it. Yeah, we'll think about these things because those are good reasons, I think. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, guys, I don't know. TikTok's I'm not on the For You page today, so not pushing the stream out to a lot of new folks. But that's all right. I'm cool to hang with y'all. My last couple streams got restricted for directing people to buy products not on TikTok, which seems to be a nebulous and often cited issue. So we're trying to be good boys for a little while. I'm going to try to be nice and calm and not do anything pushing the boundaries. Just a nice, smooth stream for a little while. And we'll see what happens. I think they just like got a flag on me or something, so it's not putting out the stream to more people. Tide and Terry, you said it was a glitch that was causing that? Okay. Okay. Well, that's good to hear if they've resolved it. Hopefully we can get back to some more normal streams then. Oh, Kooky, you're fine. You're fine in chat. It was flagging me for doing it, which is very annoying. Zergon, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. We're working on I don't know if you've been here for this map. This is our world map for Wriggly Little Hands. I say world map, it's just multiple regions, but it's the play space for the books, we'll say. I'm not going to do the whole world, because, goodness, that'd be a lot of work. Vernie, on Video app, you said throw some lore about a sleeping fireworm or something down there. Well, canonically, we do have gigantic dragons in this world. So it could be. Tam, welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. How you doing? All right, we're working on this impact crater here. I call it an impact crater. It's really not. It's an explosion crater. There wasn't an impact. There was an earth-shattering kaboom. So what terrain are we thinking, y'all? I mean, it's totally open. This whole region, I got nothing in my mind for what's going on here terrain-wise. Tide and Terror, you said, let's make the crater dragon stolen land. Like, the dragons have taken over it. I don't know how big of a force dragons are in this world. They definitely are there, as you'll see in Book 1. But I don't know if they're, like, an active antagonist, you know? Hey, Tam, rock on. You finished your writing today, so you're feeling excellent. Congratulations. That's what I want to hear. That's always a good feeling. God, what's the quote? I can't remember it exactly, but it's something to the effect of, writing is hard, but the feeling of having written is so much better. I kind of like a forest being around here, but we're not putting trees in yet, so I guess we just leave the geography is fine. So I'm not really sure. Kind of a wayward teen dragon, says Glara. That is quite a frightening thought. Wayward teen dragon. I think I need to big vocabulary word here. Embiggen. Oh, watch out. These lakes, because they are supposed to be like a Great Lakes region, and they're not very great at the moment. So I'm gonna do that. If I can draw this connection the way I want it to. That'll do. So if you look at the original map, the Great Lakes region was like way too big, I think. I want to do that a little bit smaller here, but I'm not sure this looks like more than a river at present. You know, right in here. I think it looks too much like a river when it's supposed to be like massive lakes, right? Kooky, you said it was nice to pop in again. I'll try to stop by more. Got to run to the store before work. No worries, Kooky. Good to have you back. I hope you have a great Wednesday, and happy soon-to-be Turkey Day. Alright, so I want to make these lakes bigger, but I'm a little bit nervous about it. But I always say, don't worry about perfection with this. So we're not gonna. We're gonna just go for it. I'd like to keep the same general shape of the lakes as I do it. Yeah, they're all I think like they're just too small in general. I might remake them all. Let me grab this stamp for a moment. I almost kind of want to tilt them a little bit. What sort of cities would be on the lakes? I'm not sure. That's the beauty of this. We're not sure yet. We're going to make all that. So here's what I'm thinking about with the lakes, y'all. I want to make sure that there is a easy vein of travel from north to south. The lakes obviously provide a barrier to that, which is not my intent of having them there. I wanted them... I think it's really interesting that in real life, the Great Lakes provide a way for the sea to access deep into the interior of the continent. So I wanted something similar to that, but we're going to have a massive river system right in here with the Amazon area, right? So I feel like since this is going to be so watery over here, the Great Lakes region needs to be a little bit further away from it. Otherwise, it's just going to be like water everywhere. Whereas most land masses are, get this, mostly land. So I almost wonder if this doesn't need to be tilted and run kind of this way so it stays further away from our swamp down here. But that also requires tilting the whole region, which means remaking it, which I don't really want to do. Because I don't know. Maybe, hold on, maybe here's an easier solution. Let me try this. If we just make it not extend so far, what if we just cut off the lake strike right there? I kind of like that a bit more. Because now you can still come from the sea all the way inland, at least to here. But there is going to be, you know, a corridor of travel through here if you were to go overland. It's better, I think. Tam, you said, what if those lakes have a native plant that could be walked upon, making crossing possible? Interesting. I like the idea. I do want, theoretically, ships to be able to travel through here, so this is like a passage to the interior. And if you could walk across the plants, it would block the water for the ships. But I like the idea. We can work it in somewhere, I think. Vernie, you said, what's the scale of the stuff we've done so far? I'll help you figure it out. Dude, I don't know how to do scale. I just try to scale my physical stamps to the same size, but actual in terms of like miles and distances, that's like a nitty-gritty level that I have not gotten to yet. And I don't really know how to get to it. I'm wondering... I'm just looking at the Great Lakes area. What do we think, chat? Do you like it there? Or do you think it cuts in too much? Should we move it somewhere else? What do we think? Let me know. You all let me know. I don't know where else it could go on the map. Unless it just kind of went like diagonally here. So I guess it's kind of good where it is, huh? If we go to the world scale, I think they're alright. I think they're okay in size. We'll make them a little bit bigger in some places, but I think for the most part, I'm going to go ahead and say they're okay. Need to get this little dot of land out of there. There we go. Alright, so we're just going to make them all a little bit bigger. More lakey. A 100% more lake in your lake. Ooh, I don't like the shape of that. Alright. What are we thinking there? Tam, you said there could be ships that make routes on the lake like icebreakers. That's a cool idea. Break through the plants. Plant breakers? It's a fun name. There we go. Alright, I think I'm going to leave the Great Lakes like that for now. That seems good. All right, hey, good little progress today. Just a nice little welcome back stream. Bit of a short one today. I like what we did though with our fungal jungle here. Got the caverns of whispering web going on some degree. Got to put some spider webs in there. You know what? We're gonna do that real quick, y'all. Let's throw, before we get out of here, let's throw some spider webs in there. Do we have spider webs in Parchment World? We have spiders. We do not have spider web. All right, so I'm gonna break my rules and pop into Fantasy World for a minute because we must have the spider webs. Yo, is spider web one word? I don't think it is. It also appears to is not coming up at all in Fantasy World, but I know that's where it is. Oh, you know what? It's probably just categorized as web. It is not. Alright, well hold on. We're going to go over here. And we're going to see where I found it at. Fantasy World. Oh, is it not spiderweb? Am I pulling it from something else? Where is it from? It's cobweb is what they're calling it. But see, it's not showing. Is it regional? That's so weird, y'all. I don't know where it's at. Okay, it was Fantasy Battle Map. There we go. Okay, we got our web. Time to do some creepy stuff. I'm just gonna drop a bunch of them right here in the plains, and then we're gonna drag them on over here into the caverns of Whispering Web. Ugh, this place gives me the heebie-jeebies. And I created it. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't even know. Okay, there's our web ball, y'all. Oh, that place is horrible. You know, like when you walk into a tree branch and it's just covered in spider webs? You ever done that? That's what this looks like. I know it's technically like an underground cutaway and it's just showing it down there, but oh boy, it just from the aerial view here, it just looks like an entire canyon completely covered in web. Thoroughly gross. I am very not a fan of this and simultaneously very excited about it. I want to put one more river in here too. Or one more mountain here to cut off this river so that it looks a bit more natural where it forms at. There we go. All right. There are spiders in the spider cave, Leisha? There are. All right, y'all. Well, here we go. Here's our map as it stands now. Get a full zoom out. I know I made it rectangular, which was foolish because it doesn't fit well on the vertical stream. That's all right. Good progress today. Nice little stream. I'm happy to be back. I hope y'all had a good time away. Hope you're excited to be back as well. We will be back Friday. I don't know if y'all are not going to be here because of holidays, people, you know, coming over for Thanksgiving, etc., etc. But right now, I'm planning on being here. So I look forward to seeing you then. As always, thank you to Kevin MacLeod for the use of his songs, Farm, Manor, Cottages, and Northern Glade, which have provided our background music today. Those come from incompetech.com. As well as special thanks to community member Raffi the Engineer, who produced our 5th background song, Midnight at the Round Table. Raffi, I appreciate you, buddy. Of course, a shout out to my excellent moderators, Melissa Lee 28, Rafi the Engineer, One Happy Harvey, aka Slendy, The Seth Ward, other name wasn't available, Alicia T, and Aaron Winnick. I appreciate y'all. Lastly, if you've enjoyed the stream, please give me a follow. I'd love to see you on the next one. Y'all, we are back. I'm excited to be here with you. Thank you for bearing with me for the week off. And hey, let's see what happens with the rest of this map. The rest of our adventures we go on. Who knows? I don't, but we'll figure it out together, won't we? All right, y'all. Thank you for being here today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving. It's tomorrow. I keep forgetting that. But I hope it goes well for you. And we'll see you on the flip side. Till later, folks. Peace out.